Yo, welcome in. It's a little riffing there. Start off a Monday. Woo! Good to be back. A lot happened over the weekend. Maybe a lot that people didn't want to happen. Talk about it. Coming to you live from Nashville, Tennessee, on the east side. As always, I'm your host, Xander. It's Wagers on Weekdays. And let's get into it. Masters champion for 2026 is Rory McIlroy. Start to finish, the guy had it on. Did he get benefit of a weather draw? Quite possibly. Because he did absolutely nothing on the weekend. Even par on the weekend. Shoots an amazing 65 on Friday to give him a 6-shot lead. Where he goes birdie, birdie, par, birdie, birdie, birdie to end his final 7 holes of the day. And unbelievable golf there. So yeah, back-to-back champs, 4 people have ever done it. He's now broken the tie with Brooks in modern era major golfers to stand alone right now at 6. And as it stands for where he looks in the all-time landscape, 12th all-time, tied with Phil, Faldo, and Trevino. Next up at 7, Palmer, Snead, Sarazen, Bobby Jones, Harry Vardon. Ever heard of him? Good group there. 8, Tom Watson. And then 9, Gary Player, Ben Hogan. And then, of course, Walter Hagen, followed by Tiger Woods and Jack Nicklaus. Let's not put the cart before the horse. Let's just talk about this week's. It was interesting. Tale of 2 tournaments. Because it seemed like an extremely long time from Friday night to Saturday morning. Sky was falling. Felt like tournament was over. It's been the theme of this year, though. We've talked about it quite a bit on this show, that some big leads have been built this season. And a couple of them have cashed in, but a few of them have fallen apart. And not really any of them have been built by major players. The other one that we could think of is Scotty at the Amex. Obviously, much different field, much different tournament, Birdie Fest. 3-day Pro-Am, just a weird tournament. But when we're talking signature events, when we're talking majors, no one like a Rory or a Scotty or anyone has run out to a big lead this season. The guys that have been in leads, Bridgman, Lowry. And I'll tell you what, it was good for the tournament that Rory plateaued. I'll say that. I, myself, not a fan of this outcome, not because he wasn't on the outright ticket. Just not a Rory guy. For whatever reason, that can just, it doesn't matter. But, pulling hard for Scotty, who fought his damn ass off, 74 on Friday, proceeds to fire a 65. Bogey-free 65, bogey-free 68, first person since 1942 to go bogey-free on the weekend at the Masters. I've got this sitting in the office. Hesitant to frame it now that he's back-to-back and he's ruining golf. Got Rory. Let's see. This is straight from Ireland, the newspaper, The Independent, after his win last year. Now that framing might get put on the shelf. But he is, no matter what the outcome was, he's already backed out of the RBC, which is a signature event. taking place of the century, basically the same qualification standards, so a little bit larger than a normal signature event, but he's out. He skipped the 3 weeks leading up to the Masters, and then he takes the first signature event off. And I think that's where some of my irritation comes into play. A lot of his a lot of clips came out of him, one particularly from press conference after Friday, that he's been spending his days dropping off his daughter and then hopping on his private jet to Augusta from Jupiter. And then he's home by dinner the same day. Yeah, as you can expect, that's not going over very well. I mean, the guy does seem pretentious. He does seem disconnected with any sort of reality. And after last season, he comes out and says, he might have a little tougher time finding motivation. Disrespectful to the game of golf, the history of golf. A Grand Slam is an incredible achievement, but you should be wanting to win every single time you tee it up. Not saying he doesn't want to win, but he makes comments like that make you think, is the paycheck more important to him than his legacy? I don't know. He's the one that says this stuff. Just have to perceive it. So Rory hangs on to win on the weekend. Incredibly lucky drive on 18 to end up where it did. So far right, two-shot lead, that it was far enough right for a window for him to blast it into the front bunker. And everything else is history. He could have two-putt for the win. And he does. He gets it done. Guys that you expected to contend did, but everyone had their own mini meltdown. Justin Rose gets up there, takes a two-shot lead on Sunday. People will forget that, but Rose had a two-shot lead. Completely implodes on the back nine. He was 3 under, bogey-free on the front nine. Cam Young has the lead at one point on Saturday and Sunday after Rory doubled. And Cam just absolutely goes in neutral. Couldn't get anything going. Scotty, it's going to be the back nine woes. He was 1 over on 8 back nine par fives. He is a par 5 machine, and that is completely unheard of. I mean, he had to make a 28-footer on 15 to get his first birdie of the week on the back nine. Some will say Hao Tung Lee is insider agent to sabotage Scotty after taking a 10 on 13 up in the azalea bushes, doing whatever the hell Hao Tung was doing after a triple on number 12. He goes 6-10 on the scorecard. Something you're more likely to see in a player's guide in the NBA. 6 and a 10, not on a golf scorecard in a major championship. Someone on Sunday, nonetheless. So yeah, Scotty kind of stalls out on 13, and he came up one short. He looks all the way back. Second this week in strokes gained approach, first in tee to green in the entire field. That's, if someone tells you that of the golfer that you bet on outright, that's what you want from someone at Augusta. So Scotty looks very live. He, of course, will be approaching his first attempt at the Grand Slam this year at the U.S. Open. And he's very live to win this week at RBC, and we'll talk about that. So Masters overall turned out to be a great tournament. A lot of intrigue, a lot of drama. I think what it'll be now is, Cam Young, talk about a few other players that were in contention there. Cam Young got the monkey off his back last season, winning a PGA event, and then obviously playing very well in the Ryder Cup. But now it'll be the largest stage. His best finish at the Open, second to Cam Smith, that was just he was finished hour plus before, or no, second to Rory. Right? No, Cam Smith. That was a Rory meltdown. Rory hasn't won an Open. Yeah, second to Cam Smith. He posted that number. Like, he was never in contention, wasn't final group, wasn't grinding out. Something to say about playing a little freely, leaving everything out there. Golfers would tell you that versus the pressure of holding on to a lead in tight conditions. So yeah, the next question will be, can he win big tournaments? And we'll see. He certainly has, obviously, the game to put himself in contention. But the thing that separates the greats from the really good players is that mental acumen. I mean, Jack famously says he'll walk onto any major championship course and he'll eliminate 50 guys that he sees walking around the practice facility just based on their demeanor. So we'll see about Cam Young. A couple other guys that finished really well. Victor, he has a double on 15 and still shoots 66 on Sunday. Victor was unbelievable on Sunday. Just what he kind of did on Thursday, unbelievable. Morikawa, another T7. Rose, obviously there. Henley was in it the entire day on Sunday. Just wouldn't go away. And we talked about that of players that play well at Arnie's place, especially in these conditions this week. You had to think would do pretty well. Hatton has won Arnold Palmer. Henley's won the Arnold Palmer. Scotty's won the Arnold Palmer. Those are 2 T3, T3. Morikawa's won the Arnold Palmer. Like, yeah. Sam Burns could never get it going after the double on 2. He hung around, made a 62-footer, an unbelievable putt that if you take 100 whacks at it from where he was on 16, you're lucky to make one. So Burns, decent showing, 7. Homa, he just plays well at the Masters. 3 straight T12s or better. Finished T9, shot 5 under, bogey free, 67 on Sunday. He was a par 5 demon. Xander, best round of the week, shot 68, T9. He was just non-contention. He shoots 2 under on Thursday. You think he's going to press to be in contention? Nothing. Even par, 70. So he comes into the final round, he's sitting at like T19, and he was never in it. So you'll look back at that one and see T9 from Schauffele, and got to dig into it a little more. Jake Knapp, really good performance, 11th. And then some guys that we had question marks about. Spieth, Koepka, T12. Really good showing this week. Brooks just needs to put the entire game together. It looks like it's really coming together for where he shines. Extremely difficult courses. Most difficult or most disappointing person of the week is Patrick Reed by far. Goes 69-69. He's T2 going into the weekend. He starts off birdie on Saturday and starts putting the heat on early. He proceeds to completely fly in neutral, bogeys a few, ends at 72, shoots 73 on Sunday. Complete non-factor. It's tough. It's tough even being a home course guy. Not a home course guy, but course you're familiar with. Only playing DP World Tour events, taking 4 weeks off. It's tough to really compete 4 straight days at Augusta. But he'll be on high alert for next year, for sure. Being back on the PGA, like he will Do not let this year turn you away from what Reed could do next year. Cantlay with an extremely interesting week. Goes 5 over, no birdies on Thursday, thinking it's a trunk slam. He proceeds to go bogey-free for the next 40 holes. He shoots 5 under, 6 under to get back in the tournament and then just stalls out on Sunday. But very impressive for a guy that really likes the Heritage. And then Day, pleasant contender, fell off on Sunday. Yeah. Just a good tournament. I wouldn't say too many surprises. Was not high on Bryson. Obviously missing the cut is surprising because it was a double on 18 that had him missing the cut. Rahm, just an absolute non-contributing factor. Just continues to go back on, why would Brooks come back if Liv was a perfect test for what his goals are to win major championships? Doesn't make sense. They're playing just your richest guy country club courses that are not difficult to pad the ego of these guys. So tough. DJ, maybe the most shocking guy of the week. Finished even par, 3 under on Sunday. Makes the cut easily. That was shocking. Done nothing on Liv. Thought he was just kind of packing it in. But the guy comes out for Augusta. Even if he did win the Mickey Mouse one in the fall. Yep. So Masters all wrapped up. Looking forward to next year. Can Rory three-peat? That'll be the storyline. Everyone's talking about next year, so the pressure goes back on him to do no one's done in history. Fun. So what is Rory's major legacy? What do you think? This now cements him in top 10 of all time? He is 12th on majors. When you think of Rory's expectations, Rory's legacy, does his personality and his personal undoings, miscomings, whatever, does that get in the way of what you think about his legacy? Top 10 golfer of all time? Is he better than Phil, Faldo, Trevino in your mind? I don't know. You just think back to those highlights that they showed a lot this week of him with his shaggy hair and can't believe this kid is winning like 4 majors in a ridiculous clip. Yeah, we'll see. I think there's someone else that's coming up that's really pressing Rory's legacy and could completely overshadow him, where Rory actually becomes, ironically, the Phil of this era of two guys that have definitely clashed heads quite a bit and are not fond of each other. But what Scotty's doing is very close to Tiger-esque. I pulled this data last night when someone tweeted out something about Rory's stats and his all-time standings. Let's see, who was it? It was Andy Lack. Great guy. I like his contributions to golf. But he pulled Rory's and he goes 19 years as a pro, 41 worldwide wins, 68 major starts, 34 major top 10s, 6 majors plus the Grand Slam, and 2 Players Champions. It's impressive. That's a really great resume. Scotty, 8 years as a pro, 25 worldwide wins, 24 major starts. He has 17 top 10s, 75% clip for top 10s. He's got 4 majors already, plus 1 gold medal, and then 2 Players Championships as well, and the only player to ever go back-to-back at the Players. I mean, up until 14 months ago or 13 months ago, Rory had 4 majors. And we're going to say 2 Masters, which Scotty has. is the separating point. I think Scotty's already there. I think you could have a very easy argument. Scotty Scheffler being the better all-time player than Rory right now. But this is an era that I think we can all get excited about. Save your Wyndham Clarks, your Brian Harmons, your Michael Campbells, your Henrik Stensons. Save those for a cooling off period. We've got all the big dogs exchanging blows, going back and forth, winning majors after majors. We just need, the only thing we're missing is a final group. And that's why I think it would have been incredible for Rory to double 18 or go bogey down the stretch to get a Scotty versus Rory playoff. We've obviously gotten them at the Ryder Cup. I think the last 2 times. Scotty v. Rory. And, Scotty's noticeably a little different at Ryder Cups. So with an actual full tournament on the line, gosh, if that would have happened, you'd hope Augusta National officials blow the horn, say, we're not doing a sudden death playoff. We're coming back Monday. These 2 guys are going 18-hole playoff. We're making an immediate emergency decision. Man, what could have been? That would have been all-timers right there. History made. Didn't happen, but you have a feeling that it is building towards something like that, where those 2 are battling down the stretch in the actual group together. It seems like a matter of time, and I think we all win when that's the case. Looking forward to it. Hopefully you had a good Masters. A lot of memories made, parties, all that. Oh, I had a little picture here of Rory. Congrats, buddy. You did it. All right. I think that's enough. We've got to move forward. Can't win money on things that already happened. We're not Biff. What's his last name? Biff, whatever, from Back to the Future. We don't have the Sports Almanac. We don't have the DeLorean. We've got to move forward. And not only golf on this show, NBA playoff time. Last King of the Court loss to the season. Tough. But excited for that to come back next year. Bring Queen of the Court out. Bucket. Give us some WNBA Queen of the Courts. Playoffs are decided here. Pretty much been decided for a while. Bad teams have been pretty notoriously tanking this season. And so it's really just been about seeding here the last couple weeks. So tomorrow night, Tuesday, we'll have playing games. And let me help remind you of how the playoff system works. So instead of 7 versus 10, it is 7 versus 8 and 9 versus 10. So 7 and 8 seeds are guaranteed 2 cracks at it, no matter what happens. So winner of 7 and 8 seed winner of the 7 and 8 playing game is the 7 seed. The 8 seed survives, and they play the winner of the 9-10 game. Now, the loser of the 9-10 game, eliminated. Season's over. That's a 1-game playoff. But the loser of the 7-8 game lives on. And so it's a 3-game tournament. That's it. 3 games will be played. And the 7 and 8 seed in the East is the Magic and Hawks. And then the 9 and 10 are the Bulls and Heat. Wait, this is last year. What the fuck? I was going to say it's the Hornets and Heat. You kidding me, graphics department? We got to get a new damn NBA playoffs. All right, well, I pull up that graphic. Yeah, we'll just talk through it here. And then the Lakers are the 4 seed, as we've talked about their future, where Luka is returning from his Euro trip to Austin Reeves to definitely not go get that Mike's secret stuff from the European doctors. to get healthy ASAP. It's going to be an interesting playoffs, you think? But like Vegas has the betting odds. Obviously Oklahoma's still a resounding favorite, which is fair. Just a casual 64 wins this season. And rightfully so. They are really fucking good. Like the Oklahoma City Thunder are just a really good basketball team. And they all have like that Jared McCain vibe. They all dance around, do all that crap. All right. Here's the updated here. Some reason the NBA playoffs has... Why did they move Charlotte here? Dumbasses. 76ers and Magic. Charlotte and Heat. The Pistons and OKC are respectfully your 1 seeds in each conference. Then on the West, you've got the Clippers and the Warriors in the 9-10, and then the Suns and Trailblazers. Clinging. So that'll be interesting. Winner of that game plays the Spurs. Tough matchup. Clinging versus Wemby is what everyone wants. But you look at these. Let me go to our classic, what do we call it? Shared screen. And let's look at the NBA, a couple bets that we have out there. Come on. Shared screen. Every fucking show. Got a delay on it. All right. Here we go. Heat underdogs. That's fair. Let's go to the futures. Oklahoma is about even, plus 110. So where's going to be our odds? Celtics, fully healthy, look good. Obviously won 2 seasons removed from their last championship. Nuggets healthy. Do they have that secondary help for Jokic? It seems like the Nuggets are comparable to the Dirk Mavericks. That's like historically what I see the Nuggets as, is like an incredibly talented MVP, Eastern European player with like a good, really good, not great supporting cast. Kill me for that, but numbers show. I mean, they should be in the finals every single year, and they've already gotten dethroned by the Thunder pretty easily. Cavs, interesting. Pistons, obviously, going to need to see just a full healthy roster. Like, unfortunately, Cade getting hurt really sucked. He's back now, but like, obviously playing limited minutes. They already have everything wrapped up. We'll see. Pistons could be a sleepy team in the East because the East is, definitely weaker than the West. But then there's a huge fall off. Rockets 60, Timberwolves 90, Hawks 130. Down here, the Lakers. This is worth a pop. And people are going to say, you're crazy. You're LeBron Glazer. $10 wins you 2,500. If Luka and Reeves are back with that European gas flowing through their veins, you're telling me they can't beat the Rockets and then probably the Nuggets? Come on. They were just 35-1 healthy. Like, you're telling me the league doesn't want that entertainment value with LeBron pushing in his second to last season towards number 5? You can tell that the casuals are not casual fans, because the NBA has found, a slight decline in viewership. Casual fans are not buying into the Oklahoma City Thunder. They want to see the Lakers good. Spurs, potentially. Wemby. People love the Spurs. But what about these Rockets at 60-1? Knicks not winning it. Winning the Eastern Conference, though. What is that at? Yeah, plus 450. Could get behind the Knicks winning the Eastern Conference. Charlotte shocking the world. That would be incredible. And then, yeah, I mean, 150 to 1 to win the Western Conference. The Lakers, lose to the Celtics? Oh, man. NBA executives would be creaming their pants here. No, let's look at series props, though, in all seriousness. Play-in. Ooh. Any one of these play-in teams to reach the conference finals? Plus 550 is not enough juice for me. Yikes. All right, let's go to the games here. Embiid, appendicitis out. Magic. Paolo's a fucking beast. The Sixers are the chokiest choke team of all time. But, I mean, the Magic Clippers would be the easiest parlay I would see. Then the Hornets are just playing so well. It's plus 333. Just take all the favorites. All the favorites is 6 to 1. I think that's fair. Oh, I guess Magic are not a favorite. Just kind of split down the middle. Interesting. And then the full playoffs start on Saturday. Raptors open. It's a touchdown dog. Whatever. Hawks opening with the Knicks. Not going to lie. Can we get some series prices? If we're talking bets here. Playoffs? No. Here we go. Series props. What is let's look at the Knicks 4-0. What the fuck is this shit? Game X series winner? Oh my god. There we go. Correct score. Knicks to sweep is plus 600. Interesting. Lakers to sweep 60 to 1. Now we're just getting irresponsible with our money. Nuggets to sweep 5 to 1. That seems like a gentleman's series. Nuggets plus 280. Can we get parlays in this market? Oh, we sure can. Knicks sweep and Nuggets 4 to 1. 25 to 1 odds for 8 different game outcomes, only 25 to 1. That can't be how it would be if we were able to just get open parlays. Then the Cavs Raptors got to go 4-2, 4-3. Oh, okay. Each game? That's crazy. DraftKings is doing the most here. What the hell? How many goddamn betting markets do they have? Either team to win a game down 20 points? What the shit is this? Correct score after game X? Undefeated at home? Undefeated on the road? Yo, this is crazy. Team to win a series never leading through 6 games. So they lose game 1, win game 2. Lose game 3, win game 4. All the way up to game 7 and win game 7. If that's not the dumbest fucking bet I've ever seen, DraftKings, you got to check yourself on this one. All right. Interesting. Basically, what I'm eyeing is Knicks win the Eastern Conference, a fun Lakers ticket, Knicks to win 4-0 against the Hawks, and then that's about it. Oh, Finals MVP? I mean, this is just betting futures, right? Spurs were plus 500. Wemby's plus 500. Fun. Oh, Chet to possibly win one. That would be a fun Thunder ticket to get. Not a bad one. Jalen Williams, just not even playing. Donovan Mitchell, Brunson, 25. Nope. No, there he is, 40. Jalen Williams to win 40-1 could be the ticket to hold. In all seriousness, the Thunder are probably going to win again. Like, it's just a fucking wagon. 40-1 Jalen Williams could be our bet here. Playoff or finals MVP. That's nice. That is nice. Where's Luka at? Oh, mama. $10 to win 4,000 on Luka. Woo-hoo-hoo. Whoa. I've found ways to really spend $10 irresponsibly on much worse things. Useless things. Wow. Luka to win finals MVP. Then LeBron. $100 gets you 50 grand. I mean, that's more than teachers are making these days. And all you have to do is watch The King for 2 months. They're paying you. No, that's good. I like that. Yeah, none of these guys. Steph making a last career run. $10 pays you 10,000. No, they don't have any sort of decent team to come out of the West. Interesting. And then where's KD? That's the last name I'd be looking for. 90-1. The Rockets are 60-1. Yeah. So realistically, I'd want Jalen Williams. Cunningham wouldn't be a bad bet. Jalen Williams, 40-1. Kevin Durant, 90-1. And then for fun, Luka, 400-1. Is definitely worth having to tell your grandkids about. Love it. All right, running over on time here. We got to talk about the RBC. We're already in the 37th minute. Just fucking rambling at this point, buddy. All right, real quick, let's talk about RBC, and I'll just dive into it on Wednesday's show a little bit further. Big dogs are here, as you can see here on the screen. Everyone except Rory's playing. Justin Rose just withdrew this morning. So Rosie's out. Outside of that, everyone else is pot committed. I will check right now, see if any other players have withdrawn so far. Let's see here. Doesn't look like it. Oh, PGA Comms. What the hell? You got an update here. Justin Rose. All right, Justin Rose out. Whatever. A couple names that got added. Billy Horschel, Tony Finau, and then the first alternate. Interesting. Brooks Koepka. Brooks with another stellar ball striking performance this week at the Masters. He gets in this field. This could be interesting for a long shot because I'm pretty comfortable this week with us firing Scotty single bullets now. Everything I saw at the Masters outside of Friday's round, the entire weekend, just an indicator of how much he's back. He even said himself, a couple bad shots from inopportune conditions. Mud ball on 13, or it ended up in the waters, just tough. Or no, ended up in the azaleas, just kind of pulled it. Anyway, feel comfortable ripping Scotty. And then what that probably means, we'll just go to Bet365 for third, 3-place markets. Let's actually do that right now. What the hell? PET. It's not 106 in park time. Yeah, PGA Tour. Each way markets here. Yeah. So when I see guys like Patrick Cantlay, 35, where you get paid on top 3 finish. That kind of interests me a little bit more than without Scotty markets. Because I mean, realistically, I'm not the biggest math guy here, but you're picking straight forecasts. Like if you're assuming Scotty is going to win, you're very scared that Scotty will win. You're giving up some juice to pick second place. And especially if he's just kind of in control of the tournament, you know, it's difficult to really get into the mindset to compete, to win. It's extremely exhausting. It's a different level than just going out there and hitting golf balls and going low. So have to think if Scotty would be in control of this tournament, someone pressing for second, especially in a signature event when you're already kind of secured for those type of events. Yeah, would just have to be coming from further behind. So maybe a ridiculously dumb headspace, but we've got bigger tournaments coming up. We are now fully in major swing season. Obviously, after the Zurich next week, one of my favorite tournaments. I know it gets a lot of shit. If you're unfamiliar, it's a 2-man event, only 2-man event on tour. I like it. Really fun to bet because scores go super low. It's a prop bet week. It's not a outright week. Let's just say that. All right. So Cantlay was the guy that jumped out to me first. Spieth, 50-1, jumped out to me second. Homa, with what he showed, he's further down the board. Who would be our long shot? Just right there, 160-1. You're going to see a lot of people on Shooter Sean, 150-1. I would like some Brooks action if he were to get into this field. Theegala playing really well this season. This is an event he's played well before. I could see Theegala getting the week off, polishing the game. 110-1 would be something I would be worth diving into. The tournament itself, so we'll talk about the cards on Wednesday. More accuracy driven, driving distance, really a non-factor at all. When it comes to this tournament and who's succeeded here before it became a signature event, there's just kind of some random winners throughout the years. Since it's become a signature event, star power. Thomas, Scotty, Fitzpatrick, Spieth. So Spieth and Thomas both ended kind of a little drought of winning. So this could be potentially a drought ending course. And when I think about that, think about players like who I brought up. Homa. Sam Burns hasn't won in a while, just contended at Augusta. Played decently well. And he obviously an incredible putter. And so what we're seeing, oh shit, I'm sorry about that. Looking at course stats here, things that are popping in this event. Putts made from over 10 feet, strokes gained off the tee, not distance. Scrambling is going to be big. Obviously, strokes gained total every year. Tee to green, birdie average, and then birdie or better percentage usually pops on the winning total a little bit more. Approach is going to be huge. Par 4 scoring is big. Par 3s are extremely difficult here, as you'll see score here. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, what the hell? Where are the par 3s at, Rick? What the hell? Oh, this is off the tee. Okay. I'll have to change that. Anyway. So with it being a shorter course, players hit the green more than tour average. So all about accuracy this week. Find your guys that are going to be in position A. That's why Cantlay just kind of trolling around. He plays really well here. He fits this course model very well. Victor, really promising weekend. Victor would be someone that I could see come up and challenge Scotty. There's Cantlay right there in fifth. If we look at what Cantlay's done, let's just look at a couple of these guys in recent history. See it here. Please load. He hasn't won in a while, so it could be another guy getting off the schneid. Here we go. So there it is. T13, T3, 3, 2. Cut in 2021. Fleetwood, 7th, 49th, 15th, 10th. Good showing. Xander, 18, 18, 4. Scotty, 8th, 1st, 11th. Pretty note. That's nothing out of the ordinary for Scotty. Not finding many big numbers out there when we're looking at recent history. Jake Knapp has had a really strong showing here. 13th. Oh, that's Cantlay. Oops. No, he hasn't. T62. Misspoke. Burns, T11, T15. See Woo. Jordan Spieth, 18, 39, second, first. I like where his game's at. 50-1 again. And JT, Sepp, shown some history here. Theegala, like I said, 69th last year, but second and fifth. And last year was his off year. Like, you aren't going to find many good finishes in 2025. So Theegala with the day off or with the week off, maybe could. No more TGL to worry about during the week. Theegala could be a good long shot here. Brian Harmon plays well here, T3, T12, T7, last 3 years. You'll find JT Poston and Sung Jae. Sung Jae, T11, T12, T7. And then where's old JT Poston? He's down here. But where'd you go, buddy? I know you play well here. Just trying to show you off. There he is. T11, T5, cut, T3. He contends here. Yeah, so players like that. I mean, all really good iron players. It's basically all players I just named that are really good iron players. Let's go to strokes gained approach. Who's playing the best the last 36 rounds? Shane, Smotherman, Xander, Fitzpatrick, Morikawa, Spawn popping the last 36, huh? Interesting. Very interesting. Even with a fucking couple missed cuts in there. He's missed 4 cuts in his last 6 events. Yeah, he just can't putt for shit. And yeah, that's really it. Not a distance guy. Akshay. Where's fucking Scotty at? Wow. This must not have updated with Masters since there isn't really much advanced data. So yeah, down here at 33rd on the season. He's going to be fine. It's Scotty week at RBC. I rambled too long, 48. Try to keep it at a tight 40 on Mondays. Find your approach players. Find your accurate guys. That'll help you build a good base. But we're going Scotty this week, single bullet. And we're trying to thread the needle and hit another golfer in that top 3 position. Or at least if someone comes up and steals it away from Scotty, we'll have some insurance behind it, is the thinking. We'll have a couple props, only 3 par 5s this week, so the birdie all par 5s won't really be a market to go after, and it's one of the lower courses in go for it rates anyway, going for the green. So we'll find other props to get with, and then maybe even a couple props parlayed with some NBA playoffs, and then NHL talk next week as well. Thanks as always. Appreciate your support. Tell a friend to subscribe, like on YouTube. Thank you. Love you. Bye.